again, YouTubers. So it is time for a hair care video. I have had so many people ask me what I've done to grow my hair over the years in YouTube, what I've done differently, and as always, it's ever changing. A couple things about my hair is I have fine hair, but I have a lot of it. Each strand is individually fine, but meaning there are a lot of strands, so it makes it appear much thicker, much fuller than it actually is. I actually like my hair texture. I have poker straight hair. I'm talking if I went and took a shower and went to bed with my hair wet and woke up in the morning and I had never dried it, never done anything to it, it would still be straight as a nail. Maybe the ends wouldn't be super smooth, but that would be it. So as always, most people always want what they don't have, so you tend to see me more often with my hair curled than with my hair straight. Because to me, when my hair is straight, it feels like I didn't do my hair. Now, when I started YouTube years ago, and I will try to find like a really old hair care video, I think my hair was like about shoulder length, like just hitting my shoulders. I had like kind of sort of side swept bangs. I had a really, really bad self-tan. So as we progress through life, we find different things change. We find what we like, what works for us, things like that. My hair has definitely grown. A couple of the things I will say that have probably some of the biggest differences with that is I do not wash my hair every single day. I probably wash my hair twice a week. That sounds crazy. I will walk you through how I do that. Trust me. I also probably only get my hair colored. Now keep in mind too, I also have no grays in my hair. And a lot of times people need to color their hair more often because grays may be peeking through. I'm 42 years old. I don't have a gray hair on my head, knock on wood. My mother is in her 60s. She probably has about 8 of them, and we know where they are. And she used to color them, and now she doesn't even bother because they're in the back right here. Same as, it's funny because it's the same spot pretty much as after I had MJ. I have this block that's about this big in the back of my head right here, and you guys won't be able to see it because I've already done my hair, but it has like a wave to it if I don't do something with it, which is really weird. If I blow dry my hair and brush it out, it goes straight. I don't have to go in with a straightener or anything. So your hair does change too after you've had a little one, after you've been through pregnancy, all of those things. So let me jump right in. The first thing I'm going to talk about, let's see here. Let me start with 2 things that I do take, and these are vitamins I take every day, and I think both of these have made a difference. Now, I have always taken some form of a multivitamin. I used to take folic acid, which helps your hair, skin, nails, things like that, as an additional, but when I got pregnant with MJ, I started taking, and this is a Target brand, Up and Up, that's the Target brand, prenatal vitamins. I'm not pregnant. I don't plan on getting pregnant, but these are the vitamins that I take every night. I take my vitamins at night. If I take them in the morning and I don't have something on my stomach, they make me feel nauseous. A lot of people have that same issue, and that's why a lot of people do not take vitamins or say they can't take vitamins. Try taking them at night after you've eaten dinner. That's when I take all of my vitamins because I don't feel sick. Plus, I've read things, I don't know how true this is, that it absorbs better into your body. So this is the size of the pill. If you look at this here, okay, because most people a lot of times will say, oh, I can't take really big pills. It is a fairly decently large pill, but not a huge like horse pill type of pill. It's not as small as an Advil. It's about the size actually of like a little bit bigger than like a liquid gel version of like Advil or Aleve or one of those. I generally cannot swallow pills very easily. You would think with a big mouth like mine, I'd be able to do that. I've always had trouble. When I was a kid, my mom used to have to crush aspirin up and put it in a spoon with orange juice. It was the only way I could take it. So I've always had a trouble with that. But this is not a problem. It's not really coated, but it's very smooth feeling, very easy to take. I mention these things because I have a lot of trouble with that type of stuff, so I think it's important. Then I also take, this is also, I buy it at Target, but it's called Nature's Bounty is the brand, and it is hair, skin, and nail gummies with biotin. Okay, and this is what they look like. They're strawberry flavored. There's 120 in here. They just look like this. They taste like strawberry, like chewy thing. I'm sure they have them in pill formula as well. I've been taking them this way for quite some time, so it's just what I stuck with. Biotin, some people say, can spark your hunger more, so be aware of that if you try it for the first time. If you all of a sudden are eating more, snacking more, just be aware of that. I have not experienced that issue with this one. I have tried others that I have experienced that with. So it's probably the level of the biotin in it. So be aware of that when you try something out. This one has worked well for me. So you take 2 of those at night when I take the prenatal vitamin. Both of those things help me to strengthen and grow my hair. Now, the fact that I don't color my hair that often also really helps that. When I have my hair colored, generally she only colors at the roots and she puts a few highlights in through the rest of it. Every once in a while, after summer as an example, because I'll have a couple more highlights put in right before like summer, like in June. At the end of summer, because my hair gets so light throughout the summer, we will do a color all over. But that's only really once a year. So that really kind of can reduce the damage as well, because I'm not doing a lot of highlighting, a lot of coloring, things like that. So keep those things in mind. As far as the products I use, let's just run through them and then I'll give you a little bit of breakdown of how I get through only washing my hair twice a week. Now, my favorite shampoo is Bumble & Bumble BB Hairdressers Invisible Oil, which is sulfate-free shampoo. 6 feather light oils help to soften, silken, tame, defrizz, and detangle and protect. So I have this in the big Mama Jamma. You can buy the smaller regular ones at Sephora. This is one I get through my hairdresser because I love this stuff and I love having a pump in the shower. Anybody else? I don't know why. Once a week, I do go through with my hair and do more of a purifying or clarifying shampoo just to pull out any products. Let me rephrase that. It's probably once every 2 weeks because it's probably I do it about every 4 times I wash my hair. So it's about every 2 weeks. And that is the Chlorine Shampoo with Citrus Pulp, Purity and Vitality, frequent use for normal to oily hair. Another thing, I have what I would consider to be dry on the ends. It's kind of like combination hair. Instead of combination skin tone, I have combination hair. My hair is drier on the ends and oily at the roots. That is most people because the oils are produced from the roots of our hair and the ends are what's getting the most damage. That is normal. That's most of us. So this is the Chlorine shampoo that I use, the one that is the citrus pulp one I use, and you don't need much of this. I've had this for a couple months. Keeping in mind I only do it probably once every 2 weeks. As far as conditioner, the one I use every single day, no matter which one of those shampoos I use, is the Bumble & Bumble BB Hairdressers Invisible Oil Conditioner. 6 feather light oils help soften, silken, tame, defrizz, detangle, and protect. Pretty much the same as the other one. So this is, again, the big one. I am at the end of it. As you can see, I've squeezed it all the way down. I use this conditioner every single time I wash my hair. It is my favorite conditioner by far. However, I do find that actually, it tends to be when I use this, I then use this. So every normal time I wash my hair, I use the Invisible Oil shampoo and conditioner. And keep in mind, this is not a science. I don't always do it every 4 times, but give or take every 4 times I wash my hair. When I use the clarifying shampoo, I then also use the Chlorine mask. I use the Mango Butter mask. It smells so amazing. You can tell I obviously need more of this than the shampoo. One key thing, or 2 key things that I tend to do anytime I'm washing my hair in the shower, I always stand with my hair, I get the shampoo in my hand, I really get my hair back under the water, and then I go right in at the roots with the shampoo. And I almost keep it at my roots as much as I possibly can, just shampooing it up around, in here, in through the back. I take some up under. I try to keep it off of my ends as much as I possibly can, just because I feel like I don't want to use that continuously. So I really scrub it in at the roots, and then as I go back under the water, I pull it in through my ends to kind of get rid of anything that might be on the ends. Same thing with conditioners is I actually get the conditioner in my hand and I split my hair in half like it is now, and I go on the ends and I kind of go like this with the conditioner, and then I go on this side and I go on the ends and I kind of bring it up. And then I start leaving whatever is left in my hands and I kind of bring it in closer, but I don't try and get it down in my scalp, especially not where my part is. I try to keep the product, any conditioners, off of my scalp because that's what produces more oils on my hair. So after I'm done those things, I get out of the shower. I tend to just not wring my hair up as in twist it, but I just kind of pull down on it and I get the water out of it this way. I just kind of work it out. Then what I use is a towel. Now this one's the huge version. They have a small one and a huge one. There's not really an in-between that I've found yet. This is from Lululemon and it's, what is it called? I think it's called their sweat towel or something like that. I don't know, it doesn't say on it. It's one size that says that, but it is this really interesting material that absorbs water very, very, very well. I wrap my hair up in this. This is the large one. My small one I take with me places and just throw it in my bag. So when I'm washing my hair, if I'm visiting somewhere or traveling, I take that one. But this is the one that I keep in my bathroom every day. Wrap my hair up in that. I get out of the shower and then I move on to my after products. Now I use a lot of different products. This is just what works for me. But that towel really helps to absorb water without roughing up your hair. And I also do the same thing. When I'm tying my hair up, I flip my head upside down and I just kind of shake the towel over it, and then I tie it up and twist it up in the towel so it can absorb more of the water. When I get out, I tend to go for a leave-in conditioner first. That is the first thing I grab for. I have two favorites, and these two are so similar. It's just whatever I feel like grabbing for that day, and honestly, just whatever is closest to me. There is no real, to me, one is better than the other. I like them both. The one is the Kerastase Cement Thermique, and it is the heat activated reconstructing milk for brittle, damaged hair. And this is what it looks like. It comes in a tube. You just simply squeeze it out from the bottom. I would say you need, it smells amazing. It smells very much like, do you guys remember Origin Spring Fever perfume? That's what that reminds me of for some reason. I probably use about a quarter size. Start with that. Again, I do the same thing. I just go on my ends and kind of go like this and work it through. I'm gonna have no curl left in my hair when I'm done this. So I kind of do that. Some days if my hair feels dry, I use a little bit more. Some days I use a little bit less. The other option that I really love is the chlorine leave-in conditioner with mango butter. This is the chlorine. It is just a simple, same thing, squeeze tube. You take out, this one I would not say I need a quarter's worth. This one I need a little bit less product than the other one. This one's a little bit thicker as well as consistency. Then I go into my roots. So this is just on my ends. So this is literally probably from here down. So everything you can see from here down, and whatever I have left I kind of bring over here because I have a couple extra layers over on this side. But then I want to go into my roots because my roots are the part that tend to get the oiliest the fastest, and if I don't absorb that oil or put something at my roots, then my hair also doesn't have any volume to it. It gets very flat and very like looking, you know what I mean? Like nothing fun. So I have two products I use here, same thing. One or the other, they both work. There's not one that I love more than the other. The one I like the scent of better than the other, but that's about it. And the first one is the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Hairspray. Now this is weird because when I first heard about this, okay, it is called a thickening hairspray, has a pump, typical thing, has a horrible scent to it. I don't know, it's just not horrible as in you can't stand it. It just smells like rubbing alcohol, kind of. But it's not rubbing alcohol. What is that? Licorice? I don't know. It's something that I'm not a fan of. But it says hairspray. First time I got it, I think I had a sample of it years ago, and I was like spraying it on my hair like hairspray, and I was like, I don't get it. Here's the key with this. My hairdresser told me this. This is made to be a volumizing thickening on the roots of your hair. So while your hair is wet, you spray this at the roots. So what I do is I take it, I part my hair, I spray it right down the part. Then I go through and go like this and spray it right through here. Then I take my roots up and I spray it right here, and the same thing on this side, and that's it. I don't do like the back of my hair. I don't do the base of my hair. And that is what it's used for. Who knew? Same thing. Another product similar is from Chlorine. It is the leave-in spray with flax fiber, volume and texture. I do the same exact steps with that. This smells much better. This actually doesn't have much scent to it at all to me, I think. Has like a slight perfumey smell, but a pretty perfume smell. This I would rather spray for scent-wise. Same results, neither one or the other. So whichever of those you would like, both work, and do the same thing, but you spray them on while your hair is wet. Mind-blowing to me. Last thing I do is I use the Kenra Platinum Silkening Gloss. I have a bunch of different glosses. This is the one that I always seem to go back to. It has a nice pump. I go back to it because it smells amazing. It smells like strawberry shortcake or strawberry milkshake. It just smells amazing. I use about 5 pumps of this, and all I do, like barely, like just this part of my hair, like not even like I normally do up to here. like just the ends. Same thing on this side, and then I just kind of go like this very loosely with whatever is left on my hand. After I'm done putting that silkening gloss in, one thing I have used, and I swear this has made a difference, a couple things I will mention before I say this though, is I used to also comb my conditioner through my hair in the shower. No, stop doing that. Stop doing it a while ago, and it has made a huge difference. I would go through like a comb and comb the conditioner out thinking I was like pulling out all the knots. All I was doing was pulling out my hair. Trust me, you don't think you are, and you think that it's gonna be worse when you get out of the shower, but trust me, that was breaking my hair worse than anything else. I lost more hair while I was doing that. So after I've put all of these things in my hair, then is the first time I ever have a brush touch my hair. And I only use this brush, and it is called the wet brush. I got mine at Sally Beauty Supply. I don't know where else you can get them, but I've heard you can get them everywhere. These bristles, now this does not like move like a typical brush, but something about this, when you are brushing your hair when you are wet, and again, I do the same thing. I hold it by the ends and I start down at the base and work my way up until I get all the tangles out. This is amazing. The little bit of hair that now falls out of my head when my hair is wet is phenomenal. It is probably not even 1/4% of what was falling out before. That's pretty amazing, because when I was brushing through or combing through it in the shower while it was wet, I would pull out like a small, like tiny little handful, but a little handful of it. Then when I went back through after I put my products in and I would comb through it again, I was getting that same amount. Now I'm getting like a couple hairs that are in here, like nothing compared to what I used to. It makes a difference, guys. Stop combing your hair in the shower. Trust me. And if you are going to comb your hair while it's wet, try one of these. They're not expensive. Makes a huge difference. Now, once I'm done that, I kind of just, go around, do whatever I'm going to do, whether it's makeup or I get ready. If I am going to blow dry my hair and I'm going to do it right away, there is one product anytime I blow dry my hair that I cannot live without. If you told me I had to give up everything and only keep one thing, I think it might be this. I'm not going to lie. It is the Kenra Platinum Blow Dry Spray. I have a full review on this. I am pretty sure. If I haven't, I need to probably do one. This stuff is a spray. It smells amazing. It just is so hard to explain. It's kind of, it kind of might feel like a light oil spray, but it's not. There's no words to explain this. It's so weird. But you just go through and I just spray it like 3 sprays and like 3 sprays, and that's it. I don't comb it through. I don't do anything. I just do that right before you blow dry. Do not put this on when you're doing the rest of this stuff. Right before you blow dry, like seconds before you blow dry, that's when you put this on. And you just simply spray it in a little bit, and then as you're going through and blow drying your hair, it makes all the difference in the world. And once I have sprayed that on, I then blow dry my hair. And I was, again, always a believer, a blow dryer is a blow dryer, it doesn't make a difference. And then years ago, T3 or somebody sent me this hair dryer, and it is called a T3 Feather Light. I don't know, it's even rubbed off. It's a T3. I use this part on it. This is also important to direct the heat where you want it to go. If you don't have one of these on, it's opening the cuticle and blowing your hair all over the place. This, as you're brushing through or combing through, like as you're doing it, it is putting the heat where you want it on your hair, which is so important. But I've had this for years now. It is a mess. It is falling apart, but it works. If that broke, I would buy another one in a heartbeat without even thinking twice. It is amazing, and it makes a difference. On the days I'm not blow drying my hair, I do not use the Kenra blow dry spray, and I just let it dry on its own. So I would say one of the days a week I blow dry my hair. The other one I let it air dry, and I just do it at night. Generally on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll wash my hair at night before I go to bed, let it air dry, and let it go from there. On like a Friday, usually I'll wash my hair and we're going somewhere, and I'll blow dry it right away. If I can help it and not blow dry it, I will. I think that makes a difference because I'm not adding that extra heat damage. So that being said, a couple of things that I use and do. Now, as far as brush, I will say, Does anybody have is there a better brush out there? That's one thing that I've never been like, okay, this brush is different. I just use a Conair Goody whatever that you get, like paddle brush that you get from the drugstore. That's the brush I use. I don't know. Is there I haven't heard anything that's like, oh, you have to go get this regular brush. So that being said, there are a couple things that I do daily in between. So let's say I washed my hair yesterday. If I washed my hair last night, I got up in the morning. Generally, the first morning out, all I do is just brush through my hair. I try to leave it straight for the first day or wear it in a ponytail or something like that that's just kind of not so committal. If I am going somewhere, then I wear it down and I wear it straight. If I am going to just be running around, I sometimes pull it up in a ponytail. It's just easier. Then I go to bed that night, let it go. The next morning I wake up. Generally that's when the tangles kind of start coming. And what I use is now I have used the Moroccan one, which I loved for a long while, but I swear they changed it, the Glimmer Shine. Swear they changed that because it doesn't work the same. And I've used the It's a 10 Shine Spray. That's another great one. But this one blows those out of the water and is the chlorine, mango oil, and UV protection for dry sun exposed hair. Okay, this is the spray. What I do with this spray is I take the spray. I don't know if you have to shake it or not. I always shake it. And I just do a pump, maybe two, onto the brush, not onto my hair. Then I go through, oh, it smells so good. And then I go through and do the same thing. I start on the ends and I brush my hair all the way out and through it until I get all the knots out or anything that's out of it. Now I try to stay away from my roots or go into my roots as the last thing. So that day, usually also, I need some form of dry shampoo. This one's almost empty. My favorite dry shampoo, I have tried so many. The favorite drugstore one would be the Suave one. I do not have one right now, but that would be my favorite drugstore one. My favorite, just like, I don't know if you consider it high-end hair care, Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo actually cleans hair, eliminates oil, sweat, and odor, and how long can you go? I will spray this just at my roots. I will take it in kind of the same place I put that thickening spray, and I will just spray it at the roots. And now here's key with dry shampoos that spray in that I have learned. Let it sit for a couple minutes. Don't go right through and brush it right away or move it right away. Spray it in, count to 60, and then shake it in, brush it in, whatever you want to do. If you brush it right away, I find it just disperses it too much. You want to get that grit and get that cleanliness at the roots of the hair where the oils are the most. So I go through that day. Sometimes I'll wear it up. Sometimes I'll curl my hair that day. Sometimes I'll do a bun. It depends on what I'll do. Keeping in mind, I generally also go to the gym. The only days I don't go to the gym are Saturdays and Sundays, usually, some Sundays. So what I tend to do is tie my hair up while I'm there. I use a loose hair tie. I just use the Goody ones. Sometimes I'll use like a scrunchie style one. Tie my hair up, and when I'm done, this is something that's different. It sounds weird, but it works. Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo. The cheapest thing ever for hair. This one's the lavender one, calming lavender and chamomile, and I love it. Here's what I do. When I'm done at the gym, I put a little bit of that on my hair, and I'll either, if it sinks right in, I'll brush it out and let it go. If my hair is kind of like damp or whatever, I take the hairdryer and blast it on cool and move that around, then brush it out. That absorbs more oils than you could ever do. Anything from working out, and gives a really nice scent. Now here's the key. If you have really dark hair, or your hair like mine, I can kind of get away with it most days. Some days I have to work it in and brush it out. If you're blonde, you can put it straight in and walk out the door. But if you have darker hair, you've got to work it in and make sure it doesn't show. Now there are some brands out there that have actually made powders. Lush has one that I have that's an invisible powder. It disperses right away. If you have dark hair, you could try that. There are also some brands, I've not seen them or tried them yet, that have tinted baby powders. Just a thought, if you have too dark of hair. So that day, that's what I do. Then that night before I go to bed, I put baby powder in my hair at night before I go to bed. Any day that I feel like my hair got too oily or too sweaty or anything like that, before I go to bed, I put it in and I don't brush it out. I just put it in my hair, just at the roots. When I say I put one like puff, I call it. I go like, oh, that's way too much. Of course, the one time I'm trying to do that, that is way, way, way too much. That was way too much. About half of that. Generally, I just turn it over and it's like a puff. And one puff of that, and then I take it and I just start here, and then I go like this here with what's left on it, and in the back, and I go to bed that way, okay? I tie my hair up when I sleep every night with a scrunchie, whether it's up in a bun or up in a ponytail. I tie it back every single night when I sleep, especially when I have the baby powder in it. So I get up the next morning, and then I brush it through, same thing, put the mango spray on it, and I start at the ends and work my way up, and that gets me through the last day, and I can actually wear my hair down and curl it on that last day still. Okay, so today is Saturday. I washed my hair on Wednesday night. It's a kind of a mess now because I've been touching it way too much through this video to show you guys stuff. But really, it's not that bad considering I need to wash it tomorrow or Monday. Depends. If I'm not doing anything important tomorrow, it probably won't get washed till Monday. Just how it goes. We didn't have anything crazy going on this weekend, so I just let it go. So that's kind of what I do overall. Oh, when I do curl it, like something like this, not that you can tell now, when I just want like a loose curl to it after I have had a couple days, I love this curling one. I wish they had one smaller. This is a 1.5 inch barrel curling wand, Babyliss Pro. This thing smooths out your ends. It makes your hair so shiny. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I originally heard about that from Brianna Stanko. Love that curling iron. Love it. I use curling wands. It depends on what I'm looking to do with my hair. So that is everything on my current hair care, how I grew my hair. What do you want to call this type video? I absolutely love everything that I use and do. It becomes second nature. I know it's a lot of steps, but it has made me be able to not damage my hair as much over the last couple years. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions on any of this here. I know it was a lot of information. And while I'm at it, let's see here what else I am wearing. On my face is the Becca Backlit Primer, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, It Cosmetics Bye Bye Brightener, I think it's called, Urban Decay Naked Concealer, MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose as the highlight planes on my face, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Blush Palette, the bottom two right ones mixed together. On my It Cosmetics, before those, the blush and bronzer, It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Powder, Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder under the eyes. On my eyes is Benefit Gimme Brow with a little bit of Anastasia Brow Definer in the front. Dolce & Gabbana Monochrome Nude on the lids. Bobbi Brown Long Lasting Eyewear Cream Pencil something in the color Taupe, blended out with just a brush. Marc Jacobs Fine Liner on the waterline and on the lash line. Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. On my lips is Marc Jacobs Primrose and Sephora Cream Lip Stain and Peach Tart. I have on the Cleopatra necklace. It's such a favorite one with a white t-shirt for me for this time of year. Sadie, I think it's called, wrap bracelet, the stackable ring, my Yearman ring, my regular watch, my regular earrings. Hair was curled with that wand, and it's a mess right now. I think it's gonna have to go in a ponytail today after all. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.